We are live,
Right.
waiting for our audience to build up here on the Beach Report. So, welcome, replay people. I've got the amazing Jamie Crow, patriot extraordinaire, very, very brave woman who cares more about her country and the future for her grandchildren than she does about anything else. Am I right, Jamie?
You are right.
I feel the same.
Yeah, I'm trying to wait for people to hop on here so I
I
don't.
know, yeah, we don't want to get into it until people start coming on. So I have an idea. Why don't we sing our song while we wait for the people to show up? Oh,
That's
there's Andrea Butterfly. Hello. All right. A
hello.
one and a two and a one, two, three. If
If
tomorrow all the
tomorrow the
things were
things were
gone,
gone,
I
I
worked for all my
would
life. And if
if
I
I
had to
had
start
to start
again,
again
with just
with
my
my
children and
children
my
in my
life.
life.
We're on a delay here or something. I don't know. This isn't working out.
That's all right. That's all
It's
right.
like I'm like singing and then I hear you sing like right after. Yeah, and usually we've really good harmony going. So this
We
is
do.
kind of giving me a chilling effect on this one. Anyway, everyone's starting to come on now. We've
Yeah,
got
that's
four people, and that's
all right.
great.
It will grow.
And we'll wait a little bit for
We
everybody
know,
else.
Darla. We know it's weird, but
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and come back in just quick. Hopefully that won't ruin things, but it usually works for me. So
Do you
stand by
want
one
right
second, one
here?
second. Okay. Okay, good. That's good. How is that?
Is that better?
Oh, look, here we have
He
somebody
needs
else.
to go because
Mm,
he is
we've got
one
a
of.
big troll
We do. We do. We
and
do. And he will come in with different names. So just
yeah, I'm seeing that they have a bunch of, so I'm also going to
Mhm.
report them. So all of my moderators, when you see these all caps coming from this nasty troll, get rid of them by reporting them.
And don't
Seems
even
like
ask,
that's the
just do
only
it.
way to get rid of them. What are they? Some kind of sitting
Right.
in mom's basement learning how to use all the technology, right?
Yeah.
That's how they do it.
That's how
All
they do.
right. So we're not afraid of trolls. We're not afraid of little people behind big keyboards. You don't
No, that
scare
will
us at all.
happen. That will never happen with me because I'm so used to it now. It doesn't
Yeah.
even matter anymore at this point. But
Same.
anyway, this weekend was an amazing weekend. Drove out past State College to Petersburg, Pennsylvania, to have a rally with some of our J6ers and meet some of the J6ers I haven't met um, for 5 years. Only hearing their voices out on that corner. It is
Well, they
really.
were in jail.
They were in jail,
I
and
mean, you
I
got to
was
add that
out,
part.
right, and I was outside with Mickey and Nicole and everybody because that's what we did. We supported them from the time they went in to the time they got out. So it was amazing to see some of our patriots at that event that I've only heard their voices, and to see them, it was amazing. It was an amazing day, telling their stories. Of course, hanging out with Joe the Box and everybody from the first.
That's always great.
That's always great. Robert Morris, that had this event, he went to the Capitol, like you guys saw, and if you watched the video a little bit ago, he got when he got arrested, they found Legos in his pocket, and that's what they were arrested for. Legos. So now we call him Lego Man. So
Yeah, acting like the Legos were some kind of a plot or conspiracy to
right.
stake out the Capitol because it looked like the Capitol. Oh my God, it's a Lego.
And then Sarah Carpenter had a tambourine, and she was a New York police officer. She was also at 9/11. So
Sarah Carpenter is such an American hero. I love that lady so much. I have such a heart for her. She has been through so much, first as a first responder during 9/11, and then actually being arrested with a tambourine at J6 as if she was some kind of a criminal. I mean, on the one hand, she's like in a what's it called when the president they're in a big all those cars and everything.
the motorcade.
Oh, motorcade, right.
Yeah.
One moment she's in a motorcade being honored by the president of the United States, and the next minute she's in a jail cell in
Mhm.
solitary confinement as if she's a horrible criminal. And that is what our country has been led into, is thinking that good people are criminals and bad people are allowed to run free and do what they want.
Right, right. Um, yeah, di- and that and this Petersburg was a very sleepy town. There was no cell phone service. There was nothing. The VFW that we were in didn't even have air conditioning. This is how small this
Oh
town.
my gosh, look at this. My husband died, and this person is claiming he left me for better. Wow, that is really disgusting.
It is
What?
disgusting.
Oh, wow.
Just
Your
keep
trolls are
really.
especially nasty.
They are
My
nasty.
gosh, who
They followed
talks like
5
that?
years. 5 years they followed me. Five
Wow.
years, and they don't let
They're
up.
paid. For sure, they're
Oh
paid to
yeah,
do
yeah,
this.
yeah. They are, and that's
Mhm.
fine, because I'm still going to tell you I'm not afraid, and I'm not scared of these people, because if that's what they want to do, then let them do it. But I'm still going
Mhm.
to tell the truth,
Exactly.
and this
And
is
we'll
one.
show everybody what they look like so they all know, because everybody who watches the Beach Report knows exactly who I am and that I am a widow. So saying really disrespectful things about my husband, wow, what a low blow.
Yeah, it is a low
Yeah.
blow, and
Mm,
this is exactly why I'm doing the book. This is exactly
exactly.
why, because
Exactly why you
these
also can't
people
stop
are
her or
they
me.
hate this country, and I love this country as much as I do.
That's right.
This is why I do the things I do,
Exactly why.
because the 30%, they're not going to win. I can't
Yeah.
let them win.
No,
They're
we won't let them win. In fact, we're the reason that President Trump was elected the first time.
That's right.
So,
And the second,
and the third time. The second time was a deep state plot
right?
that we are still unraveling to this day to finally get them to understand. Thank you, Dano.
Thank you,
They
Dan.
really are losers. I know.
They are losers.
Yeah.
But me going to that rally after they've all got most of them, there's still people in prison that still aren't pardoned. They are pardoned, but the jails haven't left them out yet. Um,
Exactly.
it's not fair. It's not right,
Uh-huh.
and not telling the truth. And Fauci can do whatever he does, plead the fifth. He can do whatever he wants. But eventually, the truth is going to come out, and we're going to prove the truth is coming out. And these people, J6ers, want to get on with their lives. Okay, they want to move on. But for me, we want the truth. I'm tired of hearing insurrection. I'm tired of having
Me too.
great people go to jail for something they didn't
Mhm.
even do. Carrying American flag, carrying a Lego into the cat. Come on, man. Right?
Doesn't that tell you everything you need to
That
know
tells
about these
you
people?
that tells you everything. And me being around these people is the people I want to hang out with, because they know the truth and they've turned to God. And God and President Trump and the people that believe in this country are the people I want to hang out with.
And it dawned on me too that they are sending these really horrible trolls to come on and, be what, stop us? It tells you how very important this is and how very important your book is if they are willing to go to this
They go to
this
extreme.
length
They
to
go
try to stop you. If it wasn't important, they wouldn't care and they wouldn't say a
right,
word. So just
right.
the fact that they're coming on and doing this,
And this is
I
what
know
they do.
we know, Mona, we're not afraid of them. Okay,
I
we're not
am not
afraid of
afraid
anybody. So
of anybody.
not anyone.
I will protect President Trump. I will always protect President Trump. The January 6th was by the government. That wasn't by people supporting Trump and going to the Capitol and voicing their opinions, because that's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly. And you're well within your rights to do that. I mean, what was that summer of love where they destroyed everything they could in Minneapolis? And we were told that was okay.
Right, right.
There's a lot
And,
of mixed
you know,
messages here.
it isn't okay. I met with President Trump myself. We've talked about this. He signed my flag. Actually, I have my flag on my lap because this is how
Oh,
I love this country. I do love this country.
I
Um,
know.
Here's the flag with President Trump signing right here. President
That's
Trump.
a national treasure she holds in her hand right now.
That's where President Trump has signed this flag. Um, Robert Morris, Lego Man, wrote 2 books. This is the second one, still there, by Robert Morrison, and by forward by Mickey Wyhoff. Great bunch of people. We're gonna win this. The movie's coming out. Um, there's videotapes that none of you guys have seen that I've seen. Don't match up for what they're saying. There was 172 plainclothes officers dressed as Trump supporters at the Capitol that day. And I'll say that
Yeah, that's a
that,
fact.
that is a fact. It didn't start with patriots that day. It started with plainclothes officers throwing flashbangs and rubber bullets.
Didn't it start with a supposed bomb over by the DNC and the RNC? Isn't that how it really started?
Yeah,
With pretending that there was a bomb so that they could get the people who might have protected J6ers
mhm,
out of there.
right.
It was all coordinated.
And it wasn't regular people that got arrested. A lot of them were veterans and people that would talk. That's why they got arrested. And it wasn't for being insurrection and going to the Capitol because none of our patriots ruined anything in the Capitol. Nothing. The police officers left them in the Capitol and they walked the Capitol. They were high fiving the people going in the Capitol that day. Explain that.
Yeah, let's talk about Dr. Simone Gold, who had a permit to be at the Capitol and was speaking about vaccine, about your rights actually,
Mhm.
and COVID and all that good stuff. Anyway, she didn't even know there was an insurrection slash riot. She had no idea until people were asking her if she was okay, and she's like, "What are you talking about?"
Right. What are you
There
talking?
really was not violence in most places, and
No.
many people didn't even know it was happening. It was the media that amplified it and made it look way worse than it actually was. And Dr. Gold was actually arrested later on, not that day. And she went in front of a judge who she had gone to law school with, and he had even dated her. And he was a dirty judge who did not recuse himself. And next thing you know, Dr. Gold's in jail for 6 months. That's reprehensible. Somebody who tried to tell the truth and was shut down at every point, even put into jail.
And Mona, that's the reason why I'm standing up for this country because that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to lose our rights if we don't start standing up.
Mhm.
People need to get off their couches and
Mhm.
start fighting and stand behind President Trump. There's some things I don't like what President Trump does, but he's got a lot on his plate.
He sure
A
does.
lot.
And I know, Mona, you're coming at a place of concern and everything. But Jamie and I are old enough now. It's not that we don't care about ourselves. We do, but we care more about the state of our country and the future of our grandchildren. So if anybody wants to come after us and try to hurt us, they will be in for it. They will be in for a whole world of hurt because we're not afraid. And when you're unafraid and you're simply not going to be stopped by anything anyone throws at you, then let the chips fall where they may.
Okay,
That's
that's
what
right.
I have to
That's
say.
right. Um, what was the quote? Somebody just said a question. What was the quote? Something about watch what you wish for because you
Oh, that was me. Be careful what you wish for. You just might
might
get
get it.
it.
And we will get it. It's going to take some time to get it.
Hmm.
Um, the RJ Sixers will have their voices heard. I will make sure of that.
So will I.
I have a question for all of your followers. If do you know the Capitol doors you can only open from the inside?
What does that tell you?
They
That
are
is a very
all
secure building,
mechanical.
by the way.
They're all
Nobody
mechanical
goes
sharks.
in there if they don't want anyone to go in there. So
Yeah.
everything that happened that day was choreographed by Nancy Pelosi.
Yes.
And the
And
truth is coming out about that too.
Michael Byrd was
And
not,
Michael Byrd.
he shot Ashley Babbitt. He was in plain clothes. He wasn't even dressed as a police officer, and he shot her.
Exactly.
And there's Roseanne Boyland. No one talks about poor Roseanne.
No one talks about Roseanne.
Poor Roseanne was at one of the tunnels, and she was having a medical issue. And they were going towards the tunnel, and the police used the barricade, and they pushed them, and it did a domino effect. And they pushed it, and she ended up on the Capitol steps. And I'm not for sure what happened, but whatever happened, it ended up as Lila Morris, a Capitol police officer, beat her with a baton. And that is on video. That is on video. And it's insane that they are not being arrested for what they've done. They get slapped on the hand and they've got promotions. If it was you or I, Jill, would be sitting in jail for years.
Of course. If we were anywhere near the Capitol that day, we might be sitting in jail.
We might be sitting in jail. And it was when the 1,600 people that went to jail all over this country, the people that were in D.C. jail when they got there, they were in solitary confinement. And the only way that they could talk to each other was through the ducts in the ceiling.
So why do they usually shut people up like that? Those are political prisoners in this country.
Yep.
Michael Byrd and his wife are scamming millions through the 501c3 home daycare system for
Yes,
years.
he is.
I didn't know that, Holly. What?
And Maryland.
Really? B-Y-R-D is how you spell his
He
last
has
name.
a lot of them in Maryland.
Wow.
There's things that, thank you for doing your research, but that is absolutely the
I have the best people on the Beach Report, that's for sure. Thank
that
you,
is
Holly.
the truth. You're not blowing smoke with that. That's the truth. Why isn't Nancy Pelosi? Why didn't when President Trump asked for extra troops, why wasn't he giving them? Why wasn't the military there? Because it was a planned event. That is why January 6th happened. January 6th will probably never happen again for what has happened. But we needed it because we need to bring this country back. That's why. We as Americans need to start standing up and what do we want for our grandchildren? What do we want for our kids? What do we want for the future? Do we want to lose the Constitution that nobody has any say? This is the freest land in the whole nation. And our J6ers brought it. They stood up. What does J6 mean to you guys? J6 means to me that they were 1,600 patriots that stood up for this country and said what needed to be said, and they got arrested. We need to support every one of those men and women. Some were military, they fought for our country, and they believed what they believed in because they love this country as much as we do. And they believe in
that
God.
Right there. Yeah.
And they have a lot of faith. I have a lot of faith. Going through this whole thing, being on that corner and hearing what they have gone through with no medical treatment, not even a call for 2 years to talk to their families. They've lost their homes, their families, their income, cars, everything you can imagine, they lost. Now they get pardoned and they got to start from scratch all over again. And people won't give them jobs because they're a J6er. But did those people stand up for the United States of America? No. So now the truth needs to come out.
Holly makes a good point. if it had been Antifa or BLM, they would have been allowed. They would have allowed them to burn it all down.
Yep.
Hi,
What have they done with
DeSella.
people with burning the flag now, spitting on the
Hmm.
flag? What's going on? We're
Yeah, it's already
allowing,
started.
yeah, right.
Hmm.
We're already allowing it to happen, and if we're allowing it to happen, it's going to continue and it's going to get worse.
Well, we have already seen the messaging that tells everybody that good people are now bad people, and bad people are now not good, but allowed to do whatever they want.
That's
There
right,
is
because we
definitely
allowed it to happen.
two different tiers of justice in the United States, and
Hmm.
regular Americans like Jamie and I are now seen as an enemy, and everybody else, the people
I
who
got.
came to this
Hi, Papa.
country, so-called looking for a better life, wanting to usher in their own horrible policies on the rest of us.
Hmm.
It can't go on like this. And teaching our children to mistrust their parents and to now hate their parents, because that's happening too. The different generations are at odds with each other, all because of media messaging. And a president who, for 4 years before President Trump came back, called all of us to refuse to go along with that narrative of, let's say, unvaccinated, the pandemic, the unvaccinated,
Hmm.
literally polarized the entire country. No more rescuing swimming
No
ducks.
more. Um, Same thing. Same with Joe the Box. Joe the Box loves his country. The first American warehouse is the best warehouse in the whole East Coast. It's all over the country, actually. I think Joe is like
It's amazing.
one of the best.
Yeah.
And I put on a video from this weekend. Um, it hit 25K. Like,
Wow.
how does that
I'm
happen?
glad.
I'm glad
That's
it's happening,
good. That's such good.
and
Yeah,
good.
that's such good news.
There's a lot of trolls,
Mhm.
but you know what? This is how the truth gets out, and this is how the word gets out. That there are American people that are willing to stand up for the people that who paid the price. Um,
Well, and the trolls are still driving engagement, so thank you for that.
that's right. And this
Every
is
little bit helps.
the American First Warehouse. Okay, that is in Long Island. Jill has been there. What did you think about the First American Warehouse? So you can tell them.
I was blown away. I never thought you told me it was great. I had no idea really what you were talking about until I saw it myself. But the fact of showing up there and meeting Joe Box before I even got into America First Warehouse,
Hmm.
well, that was an experience in and of itself. Joe the Box is such a huge presence. And when you walk into the America First Warehouse with Joe the Box talking the whole time and telling you this, that, you're like overwhelmed and actually super happy, because it's a happy, happy place. And it's a
It,
place where you feel like maybe we do have a chance. It,
we have
it gives hope to be there.
we do. And then he has a twin brother.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell
Um,
them the story. And I kept saying when
but
I
he was
did the
on the
show
video
before, I'm like, those
earlier.
are
He was
twins.
on the video
Those are
earlier, and I was
twins.
like, we have
Those
a
are
twin.
twins.
And I was like, oh my God, there's Joe and John together. And I'm like, oh God. And they both have the same shirt. You know, it's funny. It's just funny the way that works. That how great, what a great bunch of people. Well, and then anyway, I talked to him
For
this
real.
morning. I said, hey, Joe. He says, what do you want? He says, I said, well, I need to do something with this flag. I want to put it in something glass so I can preserve the whole thing. He says,
Yeah.
James, don't worry about it.
Just forget about it. That's Jamie and I. We have this thing now. When we were driving to the America First Warehouse, you know, you go through Brooklyn and it says you are entering Brooklyn, and it literally says on the sign, just forget about it. So Jamie and I, anything bothers us, we look at each other and we go, just forget about it.
Just forget.
It's really helpful. I love Just Forget About It. It's the best.
So now, since he said to me this morning, he said, "Why do you call me Rocket Man?" I said, "Because you're flying all over the place all the time, Joe. That's why I call you Rocket Man." And that's the truth. He's everywhere. That guy is
He's
amazing. He is a patriot. He doesn't ask for
Mhm.
nothing. He just goes and goes and goes. He's 60. He's
And
like
why
60.
does he do it?
Yep.
He's 64, I believe. Why does he do this? Because he loves his country
Right.
and he loves the Lord. And he is on a mission from God, just like I am and just like Jamie is.
Hmm.
And when you have people who have such great faith, there's literally nothing you can do to stop us.
There is nothing I can do to stop me at
There's
this point
nothing you can do.
because
You
it's
can
been
try to
too much,
threaten us, control us. We don't care.
and you see too
I
much
mean, it's not,
seen in the last 5 years. What
yeah,
the media is portraying isn't the truth.
exactly. And Tom is right. New York is after by stupid people, and that is unfortunate. However, not everyone is stupid. And there are more of us than there are of them, I
Right.
believe.
Right. And just for Scott Lebedo just put a thing out for 9/11. We are all carrying American flags at 9/11. Um, that is, we need to do that because they can never be forgotten. That's
Right.
something. That's my next event. You and I, Jill, are going to the First American Warehouse. Um,
We will be there for not just September 11th, but I want to be there on September 10th.
right.
September 11th is a very sacred day for me. Oh, my book's in the other room. Anyway, I read a book about it. And
Okay.
that's also why, thank you. That is why I'm publishing Jamie's book too, because we need to band together and tell the truth. And if putting out books is the best way to do it. Oh, look, Tommy Tatum News. I was a J6. I witnessed what
Yes,
they
he
did
was.
to Roseanne Boyle.
Yes, he was.
Tommy, please tell us what you witnessed. We appreciate it. And we appreciate you too. I stood with Jamie at the
Tommy
corner.
was.
Thank you, Tommy. Thank you for being here.
And Tommy's been through a lot of it.
Mhm.
He knows. He could tell you stories that you absolutely can't believe. But these are the people you need to hear from what happened at 9/11. I mean, 9/11, at January 6th.
Today,
Sorry about
just
that. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Well,
he was at
9/11's my
he
deal,
was
but
at the Capitol. He was with Roseanne Boyland. He was right there when
wow.
it happened. Um, and it was sad.
Are
It was
we
like,
are we get are we getting an interview from you, Tommy, for James' book? Because we would really love that.
I asked him to.
So yeah,
I
please
asked
reach
him
out to
to.
Jamie. Write whatever you want, and we'll publish it. Please,
See right there, he
we
says, I
need
was
your
chased by
help.
cops and I tripped and fell on Roseanne. Then the cops beat the officer, Lila Morris. See, I told you.
Wow,
Yeah,
he was there,
it's
witness.
it. Do you guys have any questions for Tommy while we're sitting here? If anybody has any questions, ask
Hmm.
away, man, because we'll tell you. It's the truth,
Yeah.
nothing but the truth.
And that's all we care about because we don't get paid to do this.
I'm
And
not.
we get a lot of threats and a lot of nasty people coming at us. And why would they care if we weren't over their target? Why would they care about what we say and do if it wasn't true? They wouldn't give us the time of day. So when you
No,
see those trolls coming on here, they just strengthen our position and show you all that they are afraid of us. We are not afraid of them.
I'm not afraid, and I will never be
I'm
afraid.
not afraid of anything or anyone. So
No, but if anybody has any
you can
questions, let's
put that in
ask.
your pipe
Let
and
them ask.
smoke it.
Let's ask some, because I would like to know what some of your questions are that we could answer for you, and things that you want to know
Exactly.
an answer to. We'll give it to you.
Mhm.
Two widows, really, really? You don't know
It's
who we are.
another troll.
Yeah,
They
don't
don't
ever.
know who we are at all.
don't know, and
I
I don't
am
know,
a widow,
and I'm not.
and I'm proud to be
Right,
the widow of the late great Ray Becerra.
right.
Don't talk about my husband.
So let's
Yeah.
see.
You can see we're up against you guys, and the trolls wouldn't be here if they weren't afraid.
Okay, I'm
They
just
would just
reading.
leave us alone.
This is Robert. This is
Okay, go ahead.
about,
Read.
about
Yeah.
Robert Morris. Robert Morris was an Army Ranger, a teacher, and a January 6th political prisoner, whose story became national headlines when the FBI and the DOJ, under the imposter president, conducted themselves as foolishly as he would forever to be known as Lego Man. So he was an Army Ranger. He knew. He knew
You knew.
what possibly could happen, but he wasn't afraid. He was a teacher. You know, this
Most
stuff I'm telling you. Before he was arrested, he was
mo-
a three combat deployment in Afghanistan, earned his degree from Penn State on the GI Bill, and became the high school educator driven by conviction to help the next generation preserve the republic he had fought for.
And that is the profile of most of the J6ers, not all of them, but
Yeah,
many of them. We were told, oh, Proud Boys, as if that's a bad thing. Those
right,
are former law enforcement who went there in order to protect the people. They knew something was going to happen. We all knew something was going to happen. I knew something was going to happen.
mhm,
My husband would not let me attend J6, even though many people wanted me to
right,
go with them. And I didn't go because my husband was suffering from cancer and he was worried about it. And he said, I don't want you to go there. I think it's dangerous. So I didn't go. But I did have a lot of my friends who went and I kept in touch with them the entire time. They didn't know what was happening either. My friends in particular were at their hotel while all the supposed violence was going on. So they didn't know about it. So what's that picture of?
that is Robert
Who
Morris
is
signed the J6 flag.
That's Rob. That's Lego Man.
That's Lego Man.
Wow, signing the amazing J6 flag. Okay, Jamie, tell us again. I don't know if you did tell us what is going to happen to the J6 flag
The
with all
J6
those precious
flag.
signatures on it, including President Trump.
Okay, hold on a second. And this is Livia Pollock, Livia Morris now. She was a prisoner
Oh, that's
also.
such a great story. Yeah.
And now they're married.
It's a J6 love story.
It is a J6 love story. And I am so proud of them for what they've done. They're not going to let this go either. Um, they walk in faith.
Anyone who walks in faith will do what they have to do
Hmm.
to get the truth out.
And the truth
So
out. Okay.
you should know that. If you want to try to shut us up, you can do that, but
Right.
many more will rise up in our place. Just ask Charlie Kirk,
Right.
whose 1 year anniversary of his senseless murder is coming right up.
Yep.
So you can't stop us. There
Yep.
there isn't just me or just Jamie. There's all of us together. So
Hmm.
you hit one of us, many more will take our place.
Right. Right. Um, well, okay, with
And
the
we're
flag,
old and we don't care.
now. There's
Yeah, what's going on with the flag?
so
Yeah,
many
look at all
signatures
the
on here.
signatures. It's precious.
And there is some that's not going to be on here because there's just no more room at this point. There's maybe a couple more, but there's not much. I called Joe the Bots, the first American warehouse. Thank you, Joe. He told me he would if I get it to him, he would put it in a glass for me and we would preserve it. And he said, don't forget about it. It's done. You just say the word, it's
Don't
done.
forget about it.
Yeah. I'll do what you wanted me to do. Whatever I want, just call Joe. and the First American
It's
Warehouse,
true.
the greatest, the greatest patriotic place in the land.
I agree. And we will be back there in I'm sorry, in September.
September.
And I'll be there definitely on September 10th. So it's going to be an amazing a time to go back. Oh, there's my book. Jamie's
There's
got my
Joe. Do you
book
want to
like it
talk
was
about? Do you want to
yesterday.
talk about that a second?
Sure. Sure. So this book is now coming up on its on the well, I published the book on the 15th anniversary of 9/11. Now it's 10 years later and it's 25 years. It's hard to
Thank you.
believe. But thank you, Darla. You can buy a copy of my book. billbooks.com is my website. And you'll get a free peacock feather with your order. Anyway, that book is a history book for people who were not alive or too young to remember 9/11. It's a great way to start the conversation because it is my belief that 9/11 destroyed our society's belief in it in itself in America. It was a targeted way to literally change everything about America and usher in a horrible drug epidemic, which wiped out a lot of young people whose children are now being raised by their grandparents. It ruined a generation of teenagers who were growing up then who thought they lived in a safe country and found out quite the opposite. So it's a book that is a compilation of articles I wrote as a journalist, magazine and newspaper journalist at that time. And I go through a lot of ways in which children have changed, families have changed, parents have changed, and veteran families. I actually follow 3 veteran families in my book, and one of them didn't come home. So that is like it was yesterday, a journalist file since 9/11. True stories, everything in there, at least in major metropolitan newspapers, magazines, and then my own diary that I kept since 9/11 on that morning when I didn't know where my brother was, and he was a survivor of 9/11. So that's what the book's about. I think it's an important history book and kids should be reading it because they don't teach this stuff in school.
Right. And then how
And
about
that's it.
the firefighter? Was it Frank that we met at the First American Warehouse?
Oh, he was amazing. Oh my gosh. And also Sarah too.
Sarah Carpenter.
Meeting people who were actually there in 9/11 and survived to this day is quite amazing. By the way, my brother is also still alive, which I'm so grateful for because there are many people who got sick from the asbestos flying around and the chemicals from the fires and everything. So rest in peace. But we still have people alive and well to tell the truth about not just J6 but 9/11 as well.
9/11.
So
And
thank you,
Sarah Carpenter was a police officer in New York
Sarah
City when that
Carpenter.
happened.
She was
And
there.
then she got arrested for January 6th for carrying a tambourine in the Capitol. Like
Well,
how could this
Sarah retired from the police force the
Mhm.
day before 9/11. I mean, really crazy, but she ended up doing her part on that day, uh,
She
regardless of
did.
fact that she was no longer with the police force as of one day. So wild, isn't it?
hmm And
Thank you,
then
Darla. Best history book out there.
Frank was a firefighter. Then I think he was 52. He told me
Good story.
when
Mm-hmm.
when 9/11 hit, and he knew that their job just got started when that hit. When the towers got hit and they collapsed, he spent days at 9/11. He would
Well, wasn't he in the tower two when it fell? He was in it and survived that.
trying to get people out of there.
So,
If he
right.
didn't would have went left, if he would have went right, he would not have made it. He said that right out. That when he got out the
Mm-hmm.
end of the
He
towers,
had
and
angels,
it was
right?
hard to breathe, and he lost his respirator, and all of a sudden his respirator was found. he found it like right after he lost it to get himself out of that. That's God speaking. That is God speaking.
Yeah. And that he still lives to this day to tell the tale. It's amazing. And
Mm-hmm.
these are the kind of stories that we like to tell. We want people to remember the past, which you can't remember if you're not alive to tell it. So another way though is to write a book. And that's why I wrote my book. That's why Jamie's writing her book and I'm publishing it. We all have to work together to keep people remembering things. And yes, I am a very small boutique publisher. I
And
am really what?
that's
What were you
okay.
gonna
That's
say?
fine. That's great.
Well,
And
that's my point is that I don't nobody owns me. Nobody tells
that,
me what to do. And everything that I publish is at my own discretion. So I have total freedom to tell the truth.
we do.
I
We do.
don't have any big money, big editors behind me. Hi, Selena. Oh, no, 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 that's going to upset people. I don't have any of that. So I would rather be myself, super small potatoes, little publisher,
Right.
boutique, if you will. I would rather be like this than have a bunch of deep pockets behind me and trying to control
Right.
my narrative. So that's all about that. I'm
Right.
not here trying to get wealthy or any of it. I'm on a mission from God. I'm trying to spread the truth, and that's what I do.
And
And it's not ever
it
about
is the
making
truth.
money. It's
It is
just
not for me
about
either. It's not
telling the
about
truth.
making money. It's about telling the truth
Right.
that people that didn't know that stood out of that prison and supported those J6ers as they were in there, only because they are
Exactly.
American heroes.
That's right.
And we have a lot of American heroes.
And that's
And
true.
that's
And as
why
a
we do.
journalist, yes, and this is why I am a journalist. I have never been a journalist at writing about politics or anything like that. My mission was always to tell the stories of real people. As a journalist, that's what I've always done. I covered school district, I cover municipal. I'm a boots on the ground working journalist. I don't sit in front of a big camera every day and get paid big bucks by the three-letter alphabet agencies. Nobody controls my narrative. Nobody tells me what to say. If I get it wrong, I will apologize to you from the bottom of my heart. It's never my intention, but I am a human and I do make mistakes. So when you watch the Beach Report, you're watching real people doing real things with really big hearts. And Jamie and I bonded over this fact. We are on the same mission, so that's why we're together. God put us together. We didn't even look for each other, just like and when we were in America First Warehouse, everyone kept asking us, "How do you know each other?" And we're like, "I don't know." One minute there was Jamie. One minute we were just on the same timeline, mission, everything, and we just knew that we were meant to be friends and to do the same things. And we're not friends because we have a super fun time together, going out and listening to music like I love to do, by the way. That is not what our friendship's about. It is literally about a mission that we're on. And it still makes sense.
That's right.
Everyone makes mistakes, Carla. Everyone. I'm not perfect, but I
Yes.
am human. Jamie is human. And all you're ever going to get out of the two of us are human, real reactions. And we want the truth. We want to tell the truth. We want to know the truth. And we want everybody to know the truth. That's it.
Right.
That's how it
So then
works.
after we did the rally, we woke up Sunday morning. We all went to breakfast. And we went to this little place that didn't hold probably more than 50, 60 people. Well, we kind of took over the place. And the time we were done with that, the regular patrons were there. We're shooting our pictures. We need to go outside. We need to take pictures. The waitresses want to take pictures with
They
everybody.
love
And then we
to.
decided we're going to flag wave outside the business, and we did. And we did.
I
We
saw
had
you
so
doing
much
that
fun.
live. That was awesome.
And we had just had so much fun. And that's the type of people I want to hang out with because there is no negativity. You just
Right.
feel on top of the world of how this J6 family has evolved and how big it's getting is amazing. It's not just J6ers, it's J6 supporters, and it's just regular people now at this point because the truth is coming out. And they're going to be like,
Exactly.
when it comes
Every
out,
single
people
day.
are going to be like, oh, did that really happen? Then why was it an insurrection? It was never an insurrection to begin with. That's the mainstream media telling that story. So let them
Yeah,
tell it.
they've got some apologies to put out for people who did what they knew was the right thing to do and then were punished so severely. It's like what they did to President Trump as well. They used lawfare against people. They turned their words against them. You'll see, like, for instance, Dr. Simone Gold pled guilty. Why did she plead guilty? Because if she didn't, it was going to get even worse for her. So you'll hear
Yeah.
they pled guilty, but you won't realize that they were coerced. And if they didn't plead guilty, everything they had would be taken away from them. And they all have families, they all have people depending on them. And so that's why a lot of people ended up pleading guilty just to get it over with, just to do what the government wanted, because if they didn't, the government was relentless and was going to make sure that they were looking at the inside of a jail cell for a very long time. Just ask Sarah Carpenter,
And that's
who was
exactly
in.
what they did to our J6ers. They wanted them to plead guilty so they didn't have to
Mhm.
deal with it. And you know what? That's not happening. They didn't let that happen. They
Many of
can't.
them did, though. Many of them had to,
They
because
did.
what
They
the
had to.
alternative was unthinkable. That's why they did that.
That's why
And
they did it.
thank you, President Trump, for pardoning them like he promised you
So
would.
there's two people they did that they're going to have to answer to. Do you know that, right? They're going to have to answer to God, and they're going to have to apologize to the President of the United States, the greatest president ever.
Amen. Amen.
And I love that. So
And
anyway, can I tell them that doors have opened up? Monday morning, I was so distraught. You guys didn't know how distraught I was, and I was crying. Um,
yeah,
so
yeah,
many
tell them what
doors
happened.
opened up. Um, when I was little, I
She got
belonged to
overwhelmed.
Shriners. I was overwhelmed because I never thought this would happen either. It's watch what you wish for; it might just happen. Well, another great thing happened after this rally that I grew up as a kid at Shriners Hospital in Philadelphia, and the bands donate guitars and stuff to sponsor Shriners Hospital. And Shriners Hospital has a lot of money now, but back then they didn't. Well, I was a Shriners Hospital patient. Well, they wanted me to write a letter and come visit the hospital and then speak. Well, that came true as of Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I will do that. And then Jill says to me, oh, I'm falling over. As Jill says to me, I think we need to write a book about that too. So I think
100%.
that's going to happen. I think also too. Um, this is another
Jamie, by the
dream
way,
of my.
I was just want you guys to know that Jamie is an inspiration in her whole life. Sorry, go ahead, Jamie.
Should I read that to him? What we did? What I wrote?
If you want to, go ahead. It's really good. Or do you want me to read it?
Yeah. Do you? Yeah, you have it. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I do. Oh, wait. I have it. I only have it on this other phone, though. Can you text it to this other phone? And then I'll read
Hold on.
it.
Okay. Just give me the
It's
number and I'll.
hard, by the way. Those of you who don't know, it is very difficult for most people to read things on air, on live,
It is
or
difficult.
or in
First
front
of
of a
all, I'm
group.
not. Right. I'm learning because I never had to speak in front of people. I'm learning, and it's going to take one thing at a time, and I will get there.
Yeah,
Okay. I
yes.
copy. Okay. Send me
People
that.
who weren't
Send me
trained to
that.
do this, it's not easy. Okay.
Yeah. Duck, duck, duck,
Wait,
duck,
what do I
duck,
need?
duck, duck.
Oh, hold on. Did you just text it to me?
I did because I don't have that number.
Oh. Oh, I thought you did. Oh, wait, I'm gonna call you with it, and then you have it.
Yeah,
I mean, didn't we do this before? Oh, but
yeah.
you're on your phone, aren't you?
No. Okay.
I'm calling
So
you
now
with
I'm
it.
going to, okay, hold on. Now I'll go to, let's see here. Um,
Technical situation. And while Jamie looks for that, I'll tell you about the ducks.
well,
So,
I come
two
on
are
your phone.
ducks.
It won't let me because it says what it says. It's not going to let
Yeah.
me because it says what it
All right.
says.
You know what?
Well, it should.
Let's
Through
put that
Messenger.
aside for another day. Yeah,
All right. That's
we
good.
need to well just
And just I'll try to wing it. I'll try to wing it.
paraphrase.
All right, I'll try to wing it.
Okay, wing it.
My name is Jamie
Go ahead,
Crow.
wing it.
Okay,
Yeah, go ahead.
okay. My name is Jamie Crow, and I live in Pennsylvania. I began my medical journey at Elizabethtown Hospital when I was 4 years old. I was transferred to Shriners Hospital in Philadelphia, where I continued receiving care until I was 16. Those years were filled with doctor visits, braces, therapy, challenges, but also the hope, compassion, and the people who changed my life forever. I underwent two major surgeries, a tendon transplant on my right arm and a heel cord transplant on my right leg. Like many children, I didn't enjoy going to the hospital, and I know I wasn't always the easiest patient. Looking back now, I see things differently. Every appointment, every brace, every surgery, and every person who cared for me helped me shape the life I have today. One person I will never forget is Dr. Spearman, who worked in the brace department. My family would buy two pairs of shoes, take them to him. He would carefully fit the braces into one pair, and the other pair would be set aside. Those braces were much more than a medical equipment. They gave me the opportunity to walk. The gift changed the course of my life. Today, I can walk because of the dedication, skill, and compassion of Dr. Spearman and the many doctors, nurses, therapists, and staff at Shriners Hospital. They devoted their lives to help children like me, and I am one of many lives transformed. Every morning, I wake up grateful. I never take for granted that I can walk or that I have the use of my right arm. Those are blessings made possible by the people who cared enough to give children every opportunity to live the full and meaningful lives. When I think about the children being treated at Shriners Hospital today, I smile because I know they are in good hands. Um, Hold on, I lost my spot because it went okay. Shriners Hospital, past and present. Thank you.
See,
They
it's
are
not
my
easy.
heroes. Your kindness, expertise, and dedication have changed countless lives, including mine. Every child you help is a gift. I will always be proud to say that Shriners Hospital helped me, who I am today, and that is the truth. Um, they give so much to children across this country. Same with St. Jude. Same with it. It is amazing how these doctors
Make a wish is also great.
and Make a Wish.
I did lots of articles about stuff like this, and it makes a big
Yes,
difference in children's lives.
it
Children
makes
who
a
are
difference.
ill, yeah, when you grow up in and out of hospitals, as you did, Jamie, I know other children who did, and it really does affect you for the rest of your life. And it also affects the way you see the medical industry. I'm different. I've never had medical issues growing up, but I do know children who did, and a lot of them actually become doctors because of it. And then
Mhm.
many other ones never want to see the inside of a hospital again. How did it affect you, Jamie? You're not a doctor, so it didn't do that to you.
No, but back then, I mean, you're talking 3 or 4 years old. All those doctors and nurses volunteered their time to do these surgeries and care for us as we were. Oh no, we lost Jill.
Sorry about that.
Okay. We
I'm hearing back.
they were doctors
Okay.
and nurses that didn't get paid. Those doctors who did my surgeries and the nurses that cared for me, they weren't paid. They were all volunteers that did it at that time. Dr. Spearman was paid because he did braces.
Wow.
But at that time, that
Mhm.
it was a small organization. You couldn't.
And you were sponsored, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say that at that time when I was
Okay.
4, you couldn't go to Shriners Hospital unless you were sponsored by a shrine. Um, and Mr. Swoyer, great man here also, he sponsored me to go to that hospital, so he knew I'd get the help I needed. Rest in peace, buddy. He was a hero too. Um,
Oh.
I couldn't ask for anything else, and if I would anywhere that Shriners Hospital is, I will donate. I will talk about it. When I was at the Styx concert, this is where this has happened. Styx in Chicago, I went to that concert and the Shriners were there. And I went up and I talked to them, and they're like, "You're an inspiration. You're a hero. You need to talk about it." Um, so then I kind of went into the concert and did the concert thing. And the people that sat behind me, I mean, directly right behind me, were the families of Chicago, the band Chicago. Um, what amazing, great bunch of
Wow.
people. We did there, and they shower me with gifts. It's
Wow.
incredible. Here is one of I got pics. I got a T-shirt. I'm just showing you because I'm just super proud of how
You
these
should
people.
be. You deserve every bit of it.
Here's the Styx shirt. Cool beans.
Wow.
They gave
The
me pics.
best of
They
times.
fed me. Styx donated a guitar. When Styx donated that guitar, everybody from Chicago, the family from Chicago, went out and bought tickets. They bought 100 tickets. They wanted me to have that guitar in the worst way. And I said, guys, don't count your chickens before they're hatched because there's a lot of people here that donate to Shriners Hospital. And that didn't even matter at that point. I was like, just donate, donate. I don't need a guitar. I love what they do, and it is amazing. So yes, they donated 100 tickets. They're like, you got this, James. We'll get it to you, whatever. And then they picked the name, and they were all disappointed because I didn't get picked. But you know what? Thank you for donating. Thank you for Styx donating and supporting children across the country. You know, they don't like me
It's
talking
the
about.
thought that counts on that one anyway.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So I'll be back.
They just wanted to support you.
And they did, and they did.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the
They did.
Shriners are magnificent people. They wanted to put that that letter on their website, and that's when Jill says, "Absolutely not. That we're going to write a book, and we'll do it that way, and then we'll sell your book
We'll do it
to the.
right.
We're
Yeah.
going to do it the right way." So that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the second book that's out, Jill. I don't know what I'm going to do
I
without you.
know.
If you, oh my God, it just gets better
I'm
and
here
better
for
every
you. I am here for you, girl. Always.
So you guys are
All right.
probably tired of
Wow.
us talking. And nobody has any
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah. No, I
I don't
haven't
know.
seen any questions. So,
I
but you
haven't
guys
seen
can
any
always put in the
questions.
comments. We'll go through and answer them if you do. So,
Right.
but thank you guys for
Thank
coming
you.
out, for listening to us. And for those of you who don't know, the Shriners is an organization that's been around for at least 50 years since we were little kids. Oh, 60.
Well, and I'm
Sorry, we're
60.
old. Well, older than
I'm, si-
that, more than 60 years. Sorry.
I'm 60,
For a
and I
long,
was
long
there
time.
4 years old. And where the
Yeah.
hospital now
So,
isn't the same place
yeah.
where it was originally at. So I'm
Yeah.
grateful that I get to tour the hospital on Wednesday. Apparently, it's a big hospital. I will film most of that for you guys too, so you can see what I'm going to see because I have not been to see the
Absolutely.
hospital since then. And the people that are great there, the shrines, some of them I think are going to show up with me to go to that event. I am happy. So that would
So
be good.
another thing I want to say about the Shriners and their organization, the reason why when Jamie told me the story and I was like, "Oh, Jamie, you have to write a book about this," because Jamie was one of the first kids helped by the Shriners organization. She was one of their very initial, if you will, success stories, and she's a total success story. So I think that the Shriners will appreciate a book about how that all happened because they're a very wealthy organization now because of the good that
They
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 do,
are now.
and they're good at fundraising and everything. But back in the day, they went out on a limb to help kids like Jamie here. So in 1922 they started building the Shriners
That
Hospital.
was the hospital.
Wait,
That
so
was the
they're
hospital I was
so
at.
they're more than 100 years old.
That
For
was
more
on
than
Rose.
100 years.
The
Wow.
original building was on
Uh,
Roosevelt Boulevard in Philadelphia.
wow.
Okay,
Wow.
so
What
now
a great
it's on.
organization.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
is on. Let me see. It is on Broad Street now, and the hospital that was on Roosevelt Boulevard was a old stone hospital, and it was only
Wow.
like I remember it was only 2 story. All the
Built
exam
by the
rooms were down.
greatest generation.
It was.
Yeah, back
Mhm.
when the greatest generation, that was our grandparents, and
Yeah,
stuff like that, you just don't forget it. And you see the Shriners today, they've got a circus, all sorts of ways of fundraising, very wealthy organization at this point, helping hundreds of thousands of kids all the time. So
and I think my
we are
grandfather
going to
was the
honor
same.
them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My grandfather was the
Jamie,
same.
that's why
Also,
you need to Right. You need to write a book about that because you need to honor that legacy that you carry through today just by being yourself, just by being a survivor and getting through a childhood. Like, can you imagine what her life would be like if she hadn't had that
if
care
it wasn't for
as a
my
little kid?
mom, if it wasn't for my mom and my grandfather, I probably wouldn't be as good as I am here today. And that's the truth. They
Yeah.
pushed a lot.
I love that.
Um,
You're such a survivor, Jamie.
and they
God
were,
bless you.
you can't think enough of how much they've done. My mom would get up at 5:30 in the morning. We would drive to Philadelphia just for an 8 o'clock appointment. And if you were late, you didn't
Wow.
get in. And it
Wow. And you were never late,
no,
or were you?
you can't.
No.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right, Donna. The
And you're
Shriners
right,
and
Donna, Master Masons.
Master
You hear a lot
Masons.
about the Masons and a lot of the crazy things that maybe that they do, but in this country, they have done a lot of good too, a lot. So, and the
Right.
Shriners
Right.
are the Master Masons. And I
So,
think
and
it is
then
important that you
mhm.
tell everyone.
and they
Go
go
ahead.
to every Styx concert, and they hand
I
out their
didn't know
CDs.
that.
Right? If they donate, they get a CD or an album. They get their pick of
Oh
what they want.
wow,
And how
good to
amazing is
know.
that? How
The
amazing is that?
Shriners and Sticks. Who knew? I didn't know
Who
this.
knew?
I love Sticks,
Who knew?
and now I love the Shriners. I didn't know anything really about them very much, and I have
Mm-hmm.
not written many articles about the Shriners, more about Masons, and Make a Wish, and stuff like that. But I
Two
never worked
nights.
with Shriners.
I think it was 2 nights ago. Styx
Yeah.
gave them. No, I am so proud of them. It is amazing. They don't like me talking about it. But 2 nights ago, let me see if I have that picture. They raffled off. They gave them 3 signed guitars. 3 signed guitars to raffle off.
Mhm.
And they do it
That's very
every concert
cool.
they do. If they do 100 concerts,
Hey, you're dropping out, Jamie.
yeah, I lost ya. 100. They do 100 shows a year, and they raffle off one guitar a show. So that's 100 guitars a year that they raffle off.
That's a lot.
So
You know who else raffles off guitars? First Generation Band. Just saying.
who's that?
First Generation Band. That's I cover them all the time. They're just local. They're local South Florida band.
So
But
this
they
one,
also raffle off guitars for good causes.
they had a great time at Styx concerts. We sold a vinyl and CDs to help raise money for the hospitals. We also sold three $2,500 signed guitars and gave them away. And there's their picture. That
Wow.
was the very last. That was 2 nights ago.
That's so special.
That tells me how wonderful this program is.
Exactly.
And I hope it catches on, and I'm hoping all the kids across the United States get the help they need without
Same.
being charged for it. They don't.
It's hard enough for families having a sick child. Can you imagine the added strain of the expense of having sick children? And I've written a lot about this as a journalist. Jamie, however, lived it. So yeah, it's a lot.
Maybe one day.
All right, Jamie.
I love you guys.
I think we've talked ourselves out. So we're gonna
I
say
did.
ciao for now.
Ciao for now.
Jamie, thank you. Did.
I want to see the ducks. I want to see the ducks.
Yeah, I know. I had to save the yeah. So I was talking to Jamie earlier when I got the news that ducks went in the pool. Just two of them in the pool. One of them couldn't get out. I had to go save the duck, so I had to jump in the pool and save the baby duck. Grabbed it, pulled it out. All the ducks were mad at me, but I saved the baby's life. So
And
yay.
if we were in sync, we would sing, because that's like my favorite
We
thing.
would,
Of all
but
time.
we're not in sync, and it's
Yeah.
gonna sound really bad if we don't do it right. So anyway, I'll sing another show, and I hear Jamie in my head. But when we sing it together, when we're really together, it sounds really good.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
All right.
Well, thank you. This is
Yeah,
my
which one you talking
post-pool
about?
hairdo.
Which one you talking about? Nice
Yeah,
hairdo.
who you talking about? Who's got the hairdo? Me, Jamie. Jamie looks good too. Your hair looks nice.
It's getting long, and it's at that point where I can't stand it. But once I get past that,
Oh, you either have to cut it or deal with it.
I'm dealing with it. So
Yeah, I'm way past that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grow it until it stops growing on its own. And then I'll send most of it to Locks of Love. And not Jill. Donna says it wasn't me, it's you. All right. Yeah, thanks, Donna.
Thanks, Donna. We
Yeah,
love you.
much what early American bun. So yeah. Anyway. All right, you guys. We'll see you on the next Beach Report. Jamie, thank you so much.
Guys.
Thank you so I can't do
Yes,
how
you
do you
can.
do
Just
that?
three. Yeah, there you go. I love you guys.
Okay. Love you guys. Oh yeah,
There you go.
that's the ASL for life.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. We love you. We'll see you in the next Beach Report. Thanks
for now.
again, Jimmy. And ciao for now.
Bye.